has your life been like fully focused on filmmaking since then?
Software.
Software as well?
Software over these last 6 months, I have recorded some more films to put on my platform. It's called Trapflix, and I got an app. It's a free app on all platforms, Android, iOS, and all my independent hood movies is on my app.
Uh-huh.
But software, I'm realizing platforms is important right now. So I moved to Africa in 2019, and I moved back January 2023. So I did like approximately 3 years over there.
Okay.
And over there, I built water wells, I bought land, I fed the people, I did music, I learned the culture. I lived in Burkina Faso, West Africa, 15 months. I did 2 years in Nairobi, Kenya. That's East Africa. They speak English. I was able to realize that software makers is all around here. And it might be a guy that might don't have that much money or might even look poor, but he know how to do code. So I went through a bunch of money testing different people while, running into some brick walls. Then I got blessed to meet the right guys who had a team, and they was able to put me another app together, the Trapflix app. So now I'm trying to expand by having software developers. I can not only do this app, but I can really make any kind of app because code writers can make you what you order. Whatever you order, I want an app that does this. Then they write the code specifically for that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's similar to like, hey Zaytoven, I want an R&B beat with the trap drums. It's like I'm telling him that, so he write the drums for this, he write the organs or the bass sounds. When you doing code, it's numbers and letters and dots and, punctuation points and parentheses and dollar signs and all of these different things is what make Instagram and make Facebook or Netflix is code writing. So that is the new next phase of me as I get older and as I look at what's going to give me some power. The filmmaking is I'm more interested in than signing artists or doing musical projects. Because one movie on Tubi right now, for instance, shot on the iPhone can make somebody $150,000 in 3 months if your movie is pretty good. And it doesn't have to be the biggest quality or the biggest camera. It's the concept of your movie. For instance, they say Glorilla, the female, right? Glorilla had a particular buzz. She hood, but she got the hair, she got the makeup, different things. Then this new girl come out of nowhere named Sexy Red. I seen this comparison yesterday, and they like, how did Sexy Red pass up? And I'm just watching, but she coming with the wretchedness and the hoodness from the female side, showing the wretchedness of it, and not more or less like the popularization of the $2,000 hair with the $300 eyelashes and all this
Right.
stuff. She coming with the straight.
A little more raw.
So I look at making movies some similar and looking at the software, how to merge building the platform and then creating the specific content as opposed to me just looking for everybody else's film, but to create this product on a platform that I own, then open the door for others because I'm a filmmaker. So if nothing else, by me owning the software and the content, I don't have a middleman.
Right.
So all it is every time I get a new download, that's adding to my value because even at just 100,000.
Yeah, so explain this.
This right here is my first electronic product because I wanted to be like Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs made his own made his own computers by having the code, first of all, the iOS, when they first did it. Steve Wozniak was the person who wrote it. Steve Jobs had the idea and knew the software person. So that's like me saying, well, I have the mouthpiece like Steve Jobs and I have the idea, but I don't write code. So now I got code writers. Well, I went to China to say, I need to make my own device. I need to have me a phone and a tablet. And of course, they bundled me up like a tin pop. So this is my device right here. It's an Android. I did this in 2016. This right here has the capability of putting 2 chips. So you can take your chip out your phone, put it in here, and then make the calls because it's an unlocked Android device. The iPhone, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't put your stuff on theirs because they want exclusivity of what goes on there. But Android say you can goddamn do what you want. You just paying us for the device.
Right.
You put whatever you want on there. So I put my movies preloaded onto this phone in 2016, and I made 3,000 of them, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna test it out because I want to make a TV. Because in China you can get a TV made for $34 each TV if you buy, at least 1,000 of them. 34,000, you got your own TV with your name on it. It's an Android device. An Android operating system is an operating system that allow any developer to do whatever you could create and put it on their products. So that's where I got the idea to go to China to make me some phones. So now my next phone, it will be smaller, my next tablet. But Trapflix, you could download this app right now, and I'm proud of this right here because I went to China to do this. Yeah, I went over there and didn't know nobody. I risked my life going in them China alleyways because I could have never came back.
Right.
Not for real. Bro, listen, that's so hood over there.
What? Yeah.
But that's where they got devices at for cheap.
Right.
It's a place called Shenzhen. Shenzhen is the hood where anything electric you could think of, a camera, a TV, they making it. And some of the spots they making it is in trap houses like a dope dealer or something.
Really?
And
Everybody was nice to you, though?
Now, it was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice. But as dangerous as it was, though, I was like, I'm like, if I get back to America with my own phone, maybe I don't get the credit right now, and this doesn't mean nothing to too many people. But when my story is being told, like as of right now, you the first person showing this. When people catch on to what I've done, this is a blueprint for independency on so many levels where I started out as just a guy wanting to be a rapper to where I'm producing beats, I'm making films, I'm making my own magazines, I'm doing the software, I'm doing clothing manufacturing. Like every element, I'm filming whole movies on an iPhone. This phone right here shoot a whole movie. A 1 hour movie I could shoot on here. There's 1 terabyte of data storage. So a lot of people is doing that. You can film on your phone and edit and then bounce it down and turn it into one of your distributors or a company who want to put your movie out. It's 4K.
No, it's crazy. What a world we live in.